Hi and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Vince. Thanks for stopping by. You're very welcome here indeed. So it's time for another website review. Without further ado, let's jump in and see what this company has got to offer with regard to NMN, its purity, and also how much they're going to charge you for it. So this is the company. It's Boston Supplement Inc. And this is a company with a Boston, Massachusetts address. I chose this because of this comment from Leslie Lawrence. Shout out to Leslie because she's been with the channel literally from day one. So let's jump in and have a look at what Boston Supplement Inc. have got to offer. So this is their homepage. It's a company from Boston and their address is Cambridge Street, formerly known as the Leverett Salston Building. Now we also know that this is the Regis rental facility, so it's a place that companies can rent office space by the hour, by the day, by the week, by the month. So not what you'd call a permanent business address. So how long have Boston Supplements been trading? Well, according to name.com, they've been up since November 2019, which is just under a year. And remember what I've said before, young isn't necessarily bad, it just means that they're a young company. So on first sight, you'll agree, I'm sure, that this is a very well put together website. Okay, the first statement I want to look at is here. It says, it is the only patented NMN product that maintains its 99.99% purity for 2 years. I would like to see some proof of that because that's quite a big claim to make. And then we've got 3 more claims here: third-party tested, allergen-free, heavy metals-free. So again, I'd like to see proof of this later as we go through the site. Then we scroll down, we've got some more text here. And again, you can stop and read this at your own leisure. You can see many NMN products on the internet. They all state the purity is 99.99%. No, they don't. They claim somewhere between 95 and 100 if they're talking about NMN purity. NMN in its purest form does not deteriorate in the samples taken immediately after production. But what about the product you receive 3 or 4 months later? Is this product 99.99% pure? The answer is no. Again, very sweeping statement. I'd like to see proof of that. They then make an analogy of NMN against a freshly picked apple and asking the question, can an apple keep its freshness after 4 months? Well, it depends how it's stored and how it's prepared. So that's not really a fair analogy to compare a fresh apple against a supplement that has a shelf life. However, there is a new and more effective way to produce NMN. With our patented production method, pure NMN, we have produced pure NMN which will remain pure for 2 years without any additional preservation. All NMN, provided you store it correctly, has a shelf life of 2 years. So I'm not sure what your special method is, but bog standard NMN, which is NMN from any company in China or any reseller in America, Europe, or beyond, is going to give you a shelf life of 2 years. So that's not really an accurate statement, in my humble opinion. This statement here about why your body needs NMN is okay. Nice video. And again, more statements about NMN, all of which are correct. Then we've got a free ebook, which is a nice giveaway. I've looked at the ebook. 99.9% is exactly what you'd find on any NMN supplier's website. And a lot of it appears to have been cut and pasted from other people's websites. So nothing untoward, but exactly what you'd find on any NMN supplier's website. If we scroll down a bit further, and we've got these statements: 5+ published human clinical studies. So is that 6, 7, 8, or 9, or 10? And I'm only aware of, and I may be wrong, so I'd like to be corrected, 3 studies in humans. One was the safety study in Japan, which is concluded, and there are 2 more being conducted. One in Boston Ladies Clinic, and the other by a company called Effie Farm, who are an NMN supplier, neither of which I think have finished and had their results published. And there's another statement here: 120 preclinical studies about NMN. And again, I haven't seen 120 preclinical studies about NMN. I may be wrong. And the only thing they reference here is Harvard Medical School. So have Harvard Medical School done 120 preclinical studies on NMN? I don't know. If someone does know, I would like to see that. So that's the first part of the homepage. So let's scroll back up and let's click on the Read More button and see what they've got to say here. So, nice picture of their product. Let's have a look at their thumbnails. So this thumbnail here shows how our NAD levels drop as we age. That's quite right. This thumbnail, or this picture here, shows the Boston Pure NMN 6-month body NMN effect, and this shows an increase in NMN. And the statement at the bottom here says, it is a result of the test performed on 100 people. So again, I'd like to see the evidence or link to that test. Otherwise, it's just blind trust marketing. We've got another nice picture, means nothing. Another nice picture, and I've read this copy, and this is all normal NMN text. Here we've got a picture of the bottle. Couple of things here. You can see here it says at the Boston Supplement Laboratories, we are committed to your health. For nearly something years we have been making, and that's curved around the side, but it says years. Now we know this company at the time of making this video had been trading for less than a year, so that doesn't quite add up, but maybe just a simple mistake. The next thing is the suggested dose. We look down here. As a supplement, take between 2 to 8 capsules per day. Each capsule is 250 milligrams. So they're saying you can take 250 milligrams times 8 or 2. That's quite a large difference. Companies don't normally say that. And you can see here the other ingredients, bovine gelatin capsules on organic rice flour. So that means if you wanted to test their 99.99% purity claim, you wouldn't be able to do it. But again, that's true of any company that uses fillers. So the next thumb here, we've got their NMN, and we've got a couple of emoji type diagrams. Weight loss, okay. Anti-aging, yes. Muscle strength, I'm assuming it's saying it improves muscle strength. Alzheimer's, again, I'm not sure if there's any clinical proof that it either prevents or can treat Alzheimer's in humans. Diabetes with a percentage mark, not sure what that means. And also heart health, again. I'm guessing they're saying that NMN can help with human heart health. But until the clinical studies are concluded, the 2 that I know of, not the 5+ they talk about, none of this can be proven. So let's scroll down, and we'll come back to buying it and the cost in just a second. We've got some more statements here. Elevate your body's NAD. I've read that, and that statement is 100% correct. Nothing there to talk about. It says here what to expect. And in this one, it talks about the Boston Pure NMN raising your NAD levels by 40 to 50% after 8 weeks. And then 2 stars, which obviously denotes some kind of caveat. And I've checked the whole site. I can't find that caveat anywhere. So that's a little bit concerning. Our anti-aging supplement, and it says here, take 2 capsules every day at the same time with a glass of water. But if you think back to this one, it says to take between 2 and 8 capsules per day. So slight contradiction there. Probably nothing to be worried about too much. Scientifically proven, and again, you can read all of this. None of it I can find proof of anywhere else. So again, this is all blind trust. Reduces age-related weight gain, and again, I'm not sure of any clinical studies that have proved that whatsoever. Product description, all in all, this description is fairly standard, says the same as most other companies. 2 things I'd like to highlight here. The first one is this also helps keep your metabolism slowing down, which assists with age-related weight gain. Double wood supplements NMN supplement capsules are non-GMO, gluten-free, and are made tested right here in the USA. This has been stolen from the Double Wood Supplements website because Double Wood is a company, I think they're in New York, that also sell NMN. So that's concerning. Whoever stole this couldn't even be bothered to find and replace or cut and replace the company's name out of the text. So that's concerning. And the other thing here, it says, what should I expect? It's got 1 month ago updated. I'm not sure what these two statements mean in regard to that question. So whoever's proofreading the text on this, obviously not doing a good job. We'll look at the certificate of analysis later. We've got 3 reviews here, all 5 stars, and again, could be taken with a pinch of salt, easily faked. Nice picture of 2 people doing yoga, 2 young people that probably don't need their NAD levels boosted. So that's it for the read more element of the website. So let's scroll up and look at their about page. So I've read all of this text, and you can in your own time. This all seems fairly straightforward, no issues. This text, however, a fully loaded production pipeline, product pipeline in various stages of clinical development, Nobel Prize-winning advisors, partnerships with Harvard, Oxford, and MIT, and much more. At the heart of each of our initiatives is a commitment to rigorous scientific research. So, not specific as to which Harvard organization. Oxford is a city that has got many colleges, universities, etc. So nothing specific there, just a general statement of a town, city, and MIT. So I've checked all of these organizations and looked for a link between Boston Supplements and somewhere in Harvard and Oxford College and anything to do with MIT, and I can't find anything. So would I be wrong to assume that Boston Supplements, the initials are BS, and this could be BS? We'll find out soon. Also, Dr. Nicole Wilson, I've looked for Dr. Nicole Wilson, LinkedIn and other places. I found a couple of Dr. Nicole Wilsons, none of whom work in Boston. And those that I did find, none of them work in the anti-aging scientific field whatsoever. That said, very professionally designed website so far, so could well see a high score coming. It certainly ticks all the boxes for aesthetic value, although there are a couple of questions on some of their claims that I hope they answer or are answered as we continue the review. So will this NMN supplier be a diamond? Or will it be a fugazi? Time will tell. Let's jump in and look at the rest of their website. So moving on, let's take a look at the NMN Benefits tab. So if we look at this, we've got the biochemistry of NMN, the two critical primary functions in the body of NAD, the many health benefits of NMN. This is all extremely good stuff. I've read through this, and it's 100% on the button. So even includes a load of references. So this, I think, is excellent text. Now, as I was reading through this, I did get the feeling of deja vu, which is strange because it's not that I'd read this website's text or copy a few weeks or months before, because I only looked at this yesterday and I made some notes for this video. It didn't take long for me to remember that I'd seen this on the Pro Health Longevity website. So we scroll down a bit, we look at this. They say the biochemistry of NMN and NAD's 2 critical primary functions. If you look at Boston Supplements website, the biochemistry of NMN and the 2 critical primary functions. And if you look at this Boston Supplement text, many benefits, endurance of muscle strength, aging, Alzheimer's, heart disease, all the way down to the references at the bottom. And then you look at the Pro Health Longevity website, which I read months ago, it's exactly word for word the same text. Many health benefits, endurance and muscle strength, heart disease, diabetes, all the way down. The only thing it doesn't include is the references. But all of this text has been stolen by Boston Supplement from Pro Health Longevity in an effort to convince you to buy their supplements. So I'm going to reinforce my statement that I think Boston Supplements, BS, is actually a good name. So enough said about their rampant plagiarism. Let's move on and see how much their NMN costs. Let's click on Shop. So this takes us back to this page. So 250 milligrams per capsule and 75 capsules. So let's buy this on Amazon, see how much it costs. And that's a dead link. So we can't go and buy it from Amazon. There's no other links to buy it. And if we click on PayPal, 4, 5, 6, that is a dead link also. So this picture doesn't tell us how much it is. And if we click on this JPEG, this one also doesn't tell us how much the supplement is. And having looked at this again, if you look carefully at the labels at the back, the way that they cut off and don't bend around, this is not a real picture of their product. This is a JPEG or a PNG photoshopped onto JPEGs or PNGs of empty capsules. And you can tell that because if you look at the lighting, the white reflection at the top of each capsule, it's not even a picture of the front and the back of a bottle. They're exactly the same. So this is the picture of the front, this is the picture of the front of the bottle, and they've just photoshopped on the label, which appears to be two backs. So there's not even room for the front of the label. So we can't see how much it costs there. And if we look at this one, again, it doesn't tell us what the price is. So no way of working out how much the NMN costs, and also no way of being able to buy it because it looks as though their only purchase platform is Amazon. Moving on, let's take a look at their certification or their certificate of assay. So there's their third-party certificate of analyzing. We'll get the PDF version because it's slightly clearer. Now, if you remember, when we talked at the beginning, we said how long was Boston Supplements or BS formed? They were formed in 2019, in November, but they've been sending their supplements for testing since June 2018. So a year before they had their website, they were sending supplements for testing. The other thing is that every single supplement they've had checked from February 2018 to December 2019 has come back as 99.99% pure. Now that's not impossible, but I'm guessing that every single time they got it reviewed or analysed, it came back with that same percentage. I think that's improbable. Let me know in the comments below if you think this is improbable and possibly fake. The other thing is, I've looked at the Natural Labs website. So this is their logo and this is their website. And on the certificate, it's the same logo. This Statue of Liberty, which denotes the New York office, I'm assuming, because they have an office in London as well, seems a bit strange and not in keeping with their company profile. The other thing, when I look at the certificate, it seems out of alignment, like it's been manipulated. So this solid black line, this Natural Labs logo is hanging out of the left. And then you've got this customer address and customer IC, I would assume would be left aligned in line with this. And these colons, if it was going to be like that, these colons would be in line with these, but they're not. So it looks like this header, this element here, and the element with all of the statistics appear, in my opinion, to be all out of line. So it looks like some kind of Frankenstein certificate. And again, I might be wrong. And as always, if Boston Supplements are watching and I'm completely wrong with what I'm saying, please let me know. And I will redo the video, take this one down, and repost a video putting right everything I've said wrong. But this certificate to me doesn't look like it's been done on one piece of paper or one computer program at a time. This looks like it's been cut and pasted from at least 3 different documents and been cut and pasted badly, in my humble opinion. The other thing is when you go to their homepage, it talks here about third-party tested and heavy metals free. So yes, it's been third-party tested. I'm not sure about these 99.99% pure on every single analysis, but there's no mention whatsoever of heavy metal testing. So they're saying heavy metals free, and they list the 4 main heavy metals, but on this certificate, and this is the only certificate they've got, nothing to do with heavy metals at all. So that's unfortunate. So I hope you found that interesting or informative, hopefully both. So let's have a look at the scores that we've got. And before we start, Jane Bond, that's for you. I am allowed to use pens. Let's have a look at the 3 main headings that we normally look at. First of all, website. Extremely good looking website. I really like the way that it's laid out. Easy to navigate. Unfortunately, too many claims that are unsubstantiated and border, in my eyes, on the side of fake. But more disturbing or more concerning is definitely 2 clear acts of plagiarism where they've stolen information from the Doublewood supplement website, and they've also taken a whole chunk of information to give them credibility from Pro Health Longevity, which in my eyes is not good at all. So for that, 3 out of 10. Let me know if you think I've been a little bit too gracious by awarding them 3 because of the plagiarism. Certificates of assay. So although there was a certificate of assay, I wasn't happy with the poor alignment and what in my eyes looked like 3 certificates put together. The main thing I didn't like was that it's a 2-year certificate, which means it goes back for 2 years, and also it looks as though they were sending their NMN for analysis nearly a year before they'd even formed the company and started the website. So that was a bit concerning as well. Something there didn't quite add up. So for the certificates that I don't think are credible, they're going to get 0 out of 10 for that. Cost of NMN, so difficult one because the link to their Amazon page was dead. And I've looked at this site twice before I made the video and it was dead twice. I thought maybe the page was down, it would be back up. It's taken 2 or 3 days and it's still dead. There's no link to their PayPal page, so it's impossible that if you wanted to buy it, you don't know how much it is. You know what the container contains, but you don't know how much their NMN is. So for that, I'm going to have to give them 0 out of 10 because I just can't say whether or not it's around the market norm. So overall score 3 out of 30, which is going to earn them half a point. Let me know in the comments below if you think that half a point is accurate, or do you think I could have gone lower than that, maybe quarter, or should they have earned at least 1 point? I did look at their Trustpilot page, but there was nothing on there at all, so I wasn't going to waste your time showing you a blank page. No score on the Trustpilot page at all. So this was a strange website. I've got a funny feeling that the quotes or the claims that they've made have been questioned by people, and either they've been told to take down the Amazon page or Amazon wasn't allowing them to continue the page, and maybe they've done a runner. The good thing is that you're not going to get duped by this company if they are in fact a scandalous bunch of people, because you can't actually log on to Amazon and buy their product. So let me know in the comments below what you think about Boston Supplement NMN as a company. If there was a live link and it did take you to Amazon and they did have a supplement for sale and it was of the normal market value, and someone asked me, would you buy this NMN for all the other reasons I've spoken about to do with the plagiarism and the dodgy looking certificate in my humble opinion, then I probably wouldn't buy from them. Now, as with all the other reviews I've done, if this company, Boston Supplements Inc., want to get in contact with me, put me right where I've got wrong, I would be more than happy to take this video down, to upload a new video explaining all the good points about the company and also putting right all the wrongs that I may have mentioned during this review. I'm not sure again how long I'll be waiting to get that email or message from Boston Supplements Inc. Well, that's it for today. I hope you found this interesting. I hope to see you again soon. Take care, and as always, bye for now.